According to a report in The Wrap, Academy Award-winning actress Nicole Kidman is currently in talks to appear in the upcoming Warner Brothers DC film Wonder Woman, scheduled for release in 2017. There are no confirmations on what role Kidman would play in the film, but there is speculation that she could possibly play Amazon Queen Hippolyta. John, what would you think of Nicole Kidman joining Wonder Woman, and who do you think she could be playing?
Never a mistake to add talent. Right. And there's not much bigger talent than you're going to get than Nicole. I mean, there are some better, but not many. She would be an excellent addition to this. Now, my only fear in this is this, and I talk about this during the Flash TV show, and I talked about this. Remember that movie that Channing Tatum was in, Fighting or Fighter?
Yeah.
Fighting, and he was in that with the dude from Empire, the lead
Terrence
guy.
Howard.
He was in it with Terrence Howard. The problem was, like, you had, at the time, Channing Tatum was a horrible actor at the time. And I've come to really actually appreciate him today, but that's years later. You'd think by putting in an actor the caliber of Terrence Howard, and Terrence Howard killed it in that movie. I thought he gave a dynamite performance. But the problem is that didn't elevate the movie. It just made Channing Tatum's weaknesses stand out all the more. I'm a little worried that having a Nicole Kidman, an Academy Award-winning actress like Nicole Kidman in there, acting against some untested, unproven, untrained talent, it might cause that loop. On the other hand, it might do the opposite. It might actually cause everything to elevate. You know, put Wayne Gretzky in a hockey team, the whole team gets better. You put LeBron James on a basketball team, suddenly they're all going to the finals. So maybe putting her in will actually elevate everything. It's a little bit of roll of the dice, but I like it overall, so I think this is a good move. What do you think, Mark?
I kind of like LeBron James as Queen Hippolyta now. That's what I want to see. You know, I was looking at pictures of Queen Hippolyta, and like the way that she's first appearing in the comic books as the mother of Wonder Woman is she has black hair. And I'm like, oh, that would have been so much better as Julia Roberts. But then she gets a hair color change later in the comics, and it looks a lot more like Nicole Kidman. And this is what DC has done. It's what they did with Man of Steel. They had Russell Crowe and Kevin Costner come in as the father figures of Superman. And so when you have great talent becoming the mentor for these superheroes that have to learn how to utilize their powers in the right way, you need to cast a great veteran actor or actress like Nicole Kidman. I think this is a brilliant move.
Yeah, I'd love to see her in it. And the thing, you know, going back to your example with Fighting, whatever that movie was called.
I think it was actually Fighting.
I think it was called Fighting. But you also remember, who was the director of that piece? We don't know, and he's probably doesn't work anymore. And who wrote that? We don't know. Probably not working anymore. So I think that you're going to get more talent, not just in the acting side, in the directing side. Because do we have someone locked down yet? I know there's been a lot of rumors for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's locked down yet.
Let's talk about calling your movie Fighting. Never name your movie a gerund. It just doesn't end up working well in an ing form.
But I think that DC knows that, especially Wonder Woman, that this movie has to deliver. So they want to make sure.
Yeah, Patty Jenkins was locked down for it.
Okay, so yeah, you want to make sure that you have the right talent, and it's going to be much more than just relying on, say, like a Channing Tatum and Terrence Howard. Like, that's where we got two people who can, one guy that maybe can act and another guy who definitely can act. Good luck. There's much more to this, and I think we'll find out more about Gal Gadot in Batman v Superman for sure, and whether maybe your opinion could change on that one too.
Oh no! I'm her biggest cheerleader now.
I know.
I'm her biggest cheerleader now. I can't think negative.
Yeah.
I am now her biggest cheerleader.
So I mean, and yeah, Nicole Kidman in that role, and even the graphic that Ray just did there, I buy it for sure. You know, we're not doing that yet, but I think that to me, it's absolutely crucial to add talent, and they're doing it with Nicole Kidman.
The one thing I will add to the story is, and for whatever reason, whenever I read the name, I always think of 40-year-old virgin Pussalaya. So the one thing is, I do not think Nicole Kidman is going to be playing Pussalaya. I think because she's talked lately a lot about wanting to play some villainous roles.
And she just did it recently in Paddington and was great.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
She loved playing the bad girl. She loved playing the villain. And honestly, I think a villain role will have a bigger role in this film than the Hippolyta role will. And so I tell you myself, like, I've read a couple of people have been putting up some theories about a villain she could play. I don't know about those theories, but listening to Nicole Kidman lately, thinking that the villain role will be the bigger role than this other one they're talking about. I tend to think she's going to be the villain of Wonder Woman. If she is, that's going to make me even more excited.
But you could do either one with her because she's
True,
got that
yeah.
class and that elegance to play. You know, if it is Diana's mom, then absolutely she could do that. But she does play not only that villainous role in Paddington, but even look at that movie. What was the old school with Joaquin Phoenix? Never Die, not Never Die.
To Die For.
Thank
To
you.
Die
To
For.
Die For. And like
Thank you.
how she could play cold and calculating and just she shuts down. Like so that type of role I'd like to see as well too because she was a lot of fun. In
The
Paddington.
Vegas odds are saying she's playing Wonder Woman's mama, though.
I
mean,
think so.
that's-
I would-
yeah.
I probably-
won't die a shock if she does.
Yeah, I'd put
I won't
20
die
on
a
it.
shock.
I'd put
But
20
you know
on
what?
it.
Here's the thing about Nicole Kidman. She's never been in a lot of what you would call fan favorite movies, and that's cool.
Batman
And so-
Forever?
I say if you want to go all the way back to Batman Forever, there's a popular movie she was in, but she's never done a lot of what you would call fan favorite movies. Not that she hasn't been in great movies, she has been in great movies, but not the really hyper popular ones. And because of that, I think a lot of people underestimate the name Nicole Kidman and how good she is. She's one of these actors who will do a big Hollywood studio film, but she'll go and do these like little indie projects. Rabbit Hole was an excellent example. Like, I'm actually a little bit surprised she didn't win an Academy Award for that. She was incredible in Rabbit Hole. But she does these little indie projects simply because she loves the challenge of acting. And to bring something like that into a Wonder Woman, I mean, that's great news for one. If you're looking forward to Wonder Woman, you got to be happy today.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here at Collider.